Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Hate Journals. Oh my god, what a treat. What a treat. What a treat. Now, you guys know that AP is gone for the month of August, and I thought, okay, what are we going to do? Who could be on the show, and then the whole month, and how are we going to entertain you people? How? Yeah. Now, you guys know we already talked about SexLife. You already knew it was coming.
I'm excited.
Our special guest. BZ is back in the fucking house, people.
Hey.
Hi, friend.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Pause for 1 second. Right behind you. Cover that. When I came back and I didn't. Sorry. Yep. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect. Hi.
How are you?
Oh, I'm so... You know how I am. Let's not play. Let's not play.
I didn't know if you were going to call me a special guest or not, and then I was going to say founding father.
Yeah, you're like, bitch, watch your mouth.
Celebrity.
You know who the fuck I am, bitch.
Yeah,
I've been here from the beginning.
The only thing I could think of is an update to my life. For all the OGs that know it from the original, because it's been over a year since I've been on the podcast, is I do have an update for them.
Please.
Because I know they have been stressing. I could feel it.
Stressed out.
Yeah, it's not even COVID related. It's more so like, what is BZ doing?
What is BZ up to?
The biggest thing that was ever shared previously when I was a regular is my closet and my shoe and clothes collection.
Can I just cut you off?
Yeah.
Can I say that I love that you not only came prepared.
I did. But
you were like, this is where we left off. Last time on Days of Our Lives, this is where we left off.
Yeah.
This is where we're coming in at.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
How is the closet?
Oh, it's fucking awful. And it's not changed a lick. If anything, it's gotten worse. And I did tell my husband how this was going to go. And I was like, so.
Okay.
You know.
You have a good excuse. COVID,
Yeah.
And we have big feet. You're tall.
I did text you about this.
You're tall.
I like those sandals that have the strap over the front,
yes.
top, and then they're and they're like a solid platform
yes.
where it's not like a wedged heel. Wanted a pair so bad. My baby sister and I have the same size feet.
Right.
And I had tried them on to see how I liked it because, I've got those toes that can pick things up and write papers for me when I'm not feeling like it. A little essay.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, you know what? This is going to look good. I'm liking this. I'm going to go buy maybe one or two pairs. And I legitimately, I think I texted you and I said I went to 4 or 5 stores in town. And I just feel like they should be able to normalize a chick who is literally 6 foot tall with size 11 feet. Nobody carries an 11.
Well, and by the 4th star.
By the grace of God.
Oh, yes.
And you better buy it.
Well,
you better buy it.
Right then and there.
Right then and
Price be damned. You called me you text me. I spoke to you the next day. And you had already gone to the 4th store. And the way I just want to let you know, BZ has not changed. Okay?
No.
All right. She's giving you a real solid version of how this went. You went to that 4th store, and when I tell you, you were on tilt.
I was on tilt.
You were on tilt.
I don't actually ever stop to text somebody a paragraph about the fact that I can't find shoes. Because, it's busy.
I knew. I said, let me call and follow up with her. You and I are very similar in that when we get frustrated, we could rage. I could.
Immediately.
This morning when you came over, I told you that I was so aggravated that when I went into Walmart, that I had my arms flailing like a crazy person.
Yes.
But the doors, how sometimes the doors are they open, but they're slower?
Ugh, yes.
Well, listen, Mama had shit to do.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'd already left Best Buy. I'm going over to Walmart. I'm on a time crunch.
Yeah.
I walk in, and the door stops short.
Yeah.
Because it's Walmart, and they hate us.
Yes.
And it stopped. They're like, hey, do you hate your dining experience? We're going to make it worse.
Yes.
It slowed down enough that as I was walking, the projection of my walking and the door, boom, right titty, right into the door. Hard as I could. The whole fucking door almost came off the track. And this lady behind me goes, she's with her husband. They're just out for a nice Saturday.
Yeah.
They just are going to do some Saturday shopping. And she goes, oh my God. I turned around and when I tell you, I was like, what the fuck are you owing my God? Was that your tit? Did you make it in okay? The fuck are you talking to me for?
Yeah, it's not like I passed out or anything.
There's a pandemic. Stay 6 feet. Back up.
If you can tell that I hit my right titty, you are too close.
I mean, it did almost come off the track in her defense.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
Oh, I was raging. And because I had committed to the bit,
Yeah.
I was raging all the way through the store.
Yeah.
Twice I came out of my Birkenstock. Twice I came out of the Birkenstock. Okay? Then I went to go get...
Just the visual effect of how fucking crazy
You know when you're mad and you're just like trying to fuck. That's a lot of that was going on. And then I thought I'll cut down an aisle to get through. And there was this very lovely family with their daughter. They were picking out her backpack for Monday. The mom was pregnant. And I was like, okay, you need to chill.
Well, yeah, because when you go to find an aisle that's a shortcut, and then it's no different than here being like, oh, so it's a dead end because it's only people that live here can go down this road now because there's construction. It's the biggest pet peeve when you think that you have slicked through it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I got this. I've got all the rules to this game.
Got another roadblock.
I got another roadblock. So I calmly said, oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Do you mind if I slip through real quick? And he goes... There's nowhere to go, really. And I look to my right. The lady has one of those fucking Walmart carts that you fill shit up with.
Yeah.
Completely blocking the aisle. I look to my left. There's another joker there. So then the rage was building again. We're back almost to 10.
Yeah.
So when I finally got to the back and I waited as the guy goes, is this computer on sale? She's like, it's the price that's listed right there. Right, but is it on more sale? No, it's the price that's listed right there. Well, what comes with it? Everything that's listed on the sale price on the ticket. So the mouse comes with it. The mouse comes with it, sir. She's starting to get aggravated. I am on 20.
Yeah.
I am on 20. So I asked a guy, excuse me, can you help me? He turned around and he had what? Pink eye.
Wild.
Pink eye. No, because I live in the depths of hell. Pink eye oozing out of his eye. He's with another gentleman who could have easily have said, dude, go home.
This Walmart right here.
Yeah. Where else am I going to fucking go, BZ?
Dude,
where else am I going to fucking go? So
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm born and raised here.
Come on.
There's no judgments, but I won't go to Northtown Winco.
Who won't?
So I
No, that's
won't.
my favorite one. It grew on me. It grew on me.
It can't grow on me. I went there on my favorite football team. It'll never grow on me. What grows on you is fucking fungus. I don't even know.
It's true.
It's a disease.
And black mold. Yeah.
Yeah. I went there to, it was like a few years ago on a Super Bowl Sunday because the Dallas Cowboys weren't playing, so I'm not going to fucking watch. And they're never going to play, so I'm never going to watch. Still a ride or die, I guess. And I
like your attitude, and I think they like it too.
They better
You're the kind of fan they're
God
looking
damn,
for.
Damn Jesus, just throw the fucking ball and catch it. But anyways, I was going there, and so I anticipated it not to be too busy, which it wasn't. There's these two girls. You could tell that they had the fucking time of their life, no judgment, except for that they had children with them. So you can tell they had the time of their life and their parents. Well, there's like a 1.5-year-old sitting in the cart.
Yeah.
The baby actual section. And I'm going to pick out some tomatoes, and you hear her, and she goes, oh my God, do you see that?" to her friend. Of course, I'm like right there, and I was like, "What's? Oh my God, I'm gonna fucking be
right."
nosy.
I want to be in on the juice.
She was like, "I forgot to put a diaper on the baby," and the baby had pissed all over the floor like a puddle through their felt jammies. People were walking through it, running their carts through it. They were laughing, and then they proceeded to go on their business of shopping.
See, that's where I have the problem.
I left my shit. I have not been back, and I think my son might have been 1 or 2 the last time that happened.
Okay, so can I just tell you why I go to the Northtown Winco? So it is just as horrible as you remembered it. So I don't want to give you these expectations like you're going to go back there and it's a whole new place. It's not. It's actually worse.
They have more options than the one south of town. Absolutely.
They do. And I will say their aisles make way more sense.
Yes, they do.
Which is why they have a larger community that goes there. But here's what I like about it. If I'm having a rough week, if I am on a day where I'm moseying, I'm like, I got to go grocery shopping. I got to go to the mall and exchange this. I got to go to Walmart. I know I got a lot of errands to run, but I'm in no hurry. Mm-hmm. Right? I got nowhere to be. I will go to that Winco, because when I tell you I've taken more pictures and run home, you know that episode of Family Guy where Peter runs home and he's got the golden ticket and then he falls right at the, like, that's me getting home to tell Bill the latest and greatest I have, because nobody ever believes me. They're like, when the cat got, and by the way, guys, I'm going to update you on the cat story in a second, but when the cat story happened, people were like, there's no fucking way. I'm like, oh, there's a way. You guys aren't visiting the right parts of town. That's not my fault. Do the
No,
work.
there's wild shit everywhere.
There is wild shit everywhere. And I'm not just saying it happens just in the north or just in the south. I'm not saying that.
Happens everywhere.
I'm saying
I'm
right
saying
time,
that one
right
thing
place.
happened.
Have your eyes open.
I had left my cart. I hadn't really started because I always start in the veggie section because
Right.
what you do is you start in the
No one's
healthy
in there.
section in the front of that
No
store.
one's over there.
No, and it's a big section, and I love it. And then, you go through the rest of the store, pile your cart with shit, and then you feel better about yourself when you're putting it on the conveyor belt, and then you pull out like your all those bagged veggies and stuff, and that's what people see behind you. And you're like, yeah, I'm healthy. You guys missed the 3 boxes of ice cream sandwiches I bought that I'll eat this week.
Ooh, I had a good ice cream sandwich a couple weeks ago.
Ice cream sandwich. Preferably
so-
chocolate chip if anybody's listening.
BZ knows. Sorry, guys, I'm working on, because I'm an 80-year-old woman who has. Here's what I'll say really quick, Apple. I love it. I love the integration. I love that everything that I have is on everywhere. I like that. I enjoy being able to pull it up. Give me the options. Don't dump everything that I download on my iPhone onto my Apple TV and onto my iPad and onto my other iPad and onto. I just want it on the device that I want it on.
Yeah.
And if I want to have it on this device, say, hey, you just downloaded this on this device. Do you want it on here too? Give me the option.
Yeah.
Because now I got to play housekeeper on my iPad to download one fucking thing.
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, my story about the cat?
No, that. Yeah, no, I'm talking about your Apple scenario. It'd be really cool if they just had, like you said back in the olden days when you were setting up.
Right. I don't know why you're just putting it on. I only want it on that one device.
Phone charger thing, how the charger for the iPad is completely different than my newish.
It's insane.
Well, I mean, it's a
insane.
12XR. I'm probably super outdated to some of these folks, but it's a good phone. Does what I need. Well, could be better, but you know what it is. It's one of those things where it's like, I ain't gonna fucking buy a new one right now.
I know. Did you update yours? Which one do you have?
I still have the same one from 3 years ago when we started this.
Okay, well, it's not Apple's. That's not Apple's fault. Okay? Upgrade your life. Upgrade your life. If you upgrade it, you're going to love it. Bill didn't want to do the upgrade either, and then he did the upgrade.
I do the upgrade. Instead of the upgrade on that, I upgrade my closet.
No, because you never do that. We're how many years later? That's still not happened. Let's be realistic.
The flip-flops I'm wearing, I got before I got married, and we celebrated 9 years.
Can you just... The upgrade isn't going to happen. I'm okay with that. I think our listeners are okay with that. I need you to buckle down and get some new technology.
Here.
I like when you have new technology because you get excited about it just like I do.
I do. I got to explain to my husband how I was going to address the updated closet situation.
I like how this was a thing for you. I like this.
I told to make it more feasible and understandable is that my husband, when he helps me fold laundry, because he does, especially if I'm really cooking something good, right? He's like, yeah, bitch, I'll fucking fold those clothes. He'll go in there, watch his telly, fucking fold the clothes.
Yeah.
He folds these t-shirts.
Yeah.
And they're t-shirts that I hang up, and he folds them and he thinks they're pajama shirts. And he'll actually come out and be like, is this a pajama shirt? And I have to be like, no, I
wear that outside.
I wore it yesterday when we went to dinner, kind of thing. And he's just like, oh. And
he's
then,
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so if I can't find some of my shirts, I have to go through my drawer, and I find that he thought it was a jammy shirt.
I like that you guys fold. This is so Bill and I are we live separate lives. He just does his own laundry. I do my own.
Yeah.
And then I do all the sheets and blankets because no one in this house, they'll roll around in sheets from 1842 and there'll be a hole where their one leg is sticking. When I met Bill and Keek, it wasn't great. I was like, you can get new sheets. They're affordable.
They are.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Just
make them clean.
Just make them clean. I will say that I got some new sheets off of Amazon.
Yeah.
You guys, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Stop buying sheets in the store anymore. They came in 2 days. They were the softest. This.
I should buy stock.
I never think of buying sheets on Amazon. It never crosses my mind. I always think, I want more sheets. I'm gonna go to Macy's. I want duvet cover. I'm gonna go to Macy's.
I like Kohl's for my sheets.
I don't mind Kohl's for sheets either. But Macy's has the one where you can they have that big clearance every 4 months, and you can open it up. They don't even care. They take the thing off, and you can just rub all in them.
What's a Macy's? Because obviously I don't buy clothes. So.
Oh, I absolutely One of these days. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to address the cat issue.
Let's talk about that.
Because I really feel like there were a lot of questions, and I get it. I came in hot with a video about a cat being thrown at me.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm going to go ahead and dive into it.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. I have said a million times in this podcast, when I leave therapy, I go right to 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
They have great drip coffee. And
Dude, it's so underrated.
it's so underrated.
It's a good coffee.
Oh, god damn, it's good.
It's a good coffee.
And P.S., they have every fucking creamer you want.
Yes.
You want French vanilla? Boom, we got it. You want some hazelnut?
Wild. When I was in Texas, they had like Reese's candy flavored creamers and Snickers.
They know what's up.
Yeah. It's called, this place called Bucky's. It's wild. This truck stop.
Bucky's?
It's called Bucky's, and it is. It's. I mean, like, I was in awe of a gas station.
So some gas, like 76 Station, Arco, AMP, all
This
the
was like a
shittiest
Ross
coffee. They have the
and
shittiest coffee.
And a gas station together.
Really?
Yeah, dude. You could buy like household items. And,
What?
Yeah, like all these cool little trinkets and like figurines of like George Bush and shit.
Okay, so you and I were
Number two.
talking earlier about that house that we were
Yes.
looking at.
Yes.
The only reason I found this house, buckle up, you ready? I like to watch a show called Extreme Cheapskates because I think they're insane. The one lady
I
puts
watch a guy
cellophane.
that does a commentary on it, and it fucking kills me.
It is. Some of the shit they're doing to save money doesn't even make sense. The one lady said she put cellophane over the plastic plates they use, and then when they're done, she cleans off the cellophane or throws it away if it's old, which they tell you don't eat on it.
Old because she washes cellophane.
But they tell you on the box of cellophane, don't reuse this shit, don't eat this shit, don't heat it up in the like it is definitely not good for you. And she's like, let's go ahead and scrub it off. But while I was watching it, the lady wanted to get married, and she took her husband. She worked for an airline, I think American, and she wanted to get married.
Yeah.
And he was kind of taking his time. She took him to what's called an outpost for when people leave when you're like, I left my glasses on the plane. Fuck. And you call them and they're like, we can't find them. They can find them. Or you're like, I left my briefcase on the plane.
Yeah.
Well, what they do is they take all that shit and they actually put it into a store in Texas.
Yeah, and it's like one of those things where it's like also like the Amazon leftover type of things, right?
This
where
is just for airlines.
Just for airlines.
This is just for airlines. It's called, I'll get the name of it and I'll put it in the link below and I'll tell you obviously later. But it's really cool. They have, sometimes you hit like a gold mine. And the lady got married inside of the store because she found the dress, his tuxedo, the wedding ring. And the husband was laughing.
You gotta do what you gotta do, but it's really hard when they like...
It's hard out in these streets. Sometimes you gotta be inventive.
You gotta be inventive.
You gotta be inventive. And the whole thing cost her all but $300. So when she was talking to him, the husband was like, yeah, her thriftiness kind of bothers me, but we've been able to do all these really cool things. And he was showing this car and the site that he had been on. And this is the sister company to the larger company, which is run by the government.
Yeah.
And one night I was just like, couldn't sleep. And I was on there and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding. Like, this is, because it's run by the state and they have to get rid of stuff every so often because they're getting new stuff in. And they want new cars for the police officers and the fire department. And so anyways, when I leave therapy, I need my drip coffee.
Yes.
Okay? Now, sometimes I have therapy, lashes, and in between, I try to squeeze in coffee, but I've learned I don't like that. I like Tom and Leslie down at the local Sev.
Yeah.
So I like to go afterwards so I can really take in the scene.
Yeah.
Set the stage, if you will.
Yeah.
So I pull in. Normally, there's no one at that 7-Eleven on Mount Rose Street. Nobody there. I pulled in this particular day, one spot left. I'm going to say that's God.
I know what Sevi you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. They have the oddest parking lot.
It is, and it's like...
You almost die to get in there.
Yes, then you almost die getting out because
You almost die getting out.
mob that curve.
Uh-huh. I mean, I've almost died at least 7 times.
Yeah,
I think
there's
that's
like
kind
a
of the...
salon right there.
Oh,
and
yeah,
like,
yeah. There's a pizza parlor. Wild Garlic is on the other side.
Yes.
Number 1, cleanest 7-Eleven you'll ever find.
Yes.
Number 2, everything's always stocked. Everyone's always friendly. And you can tell the demeanor of what's been going on.
It's a really odd placement, yeah.
But it's been there since I'm a kid.
Forever, yes.
And the employees that work there also have either worked there since I was a kid or they are employees that I went to school with.
Yep.
The grown adults still work there. I love it.
Yeah.
If you like it, I love it.
Yep.
So I go in, I say hi to Tom, I say hi to Leslie, depending on how Tom's feeling. If he's in a bad mood or if someone's made him upset, the music's going to be like little rah, 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 and I like it.
Yeah.
Because no one's in the store and he doesn't do it to upset anybody,
No.
but he's just trying to clear the old membrane before the day gets going.
just vibing on
Okay?
his
He's just
own.
vibing out.
Vibing out.
So I walk in and it is popping. There is one spot left. I pop in, and when I walk in, there's already a line. Tom's like, hey. I'm like, hey. It's so many people, I have to go around the back way where the ice is and the ice cream to go around the back to get my coffee. So while I'm getting my coffee, I notice this older woman. She's doing a lot of this. Like, you know when you see some shit and you're like, so no one's going to notice this?
Yeah.
Okay. And I see her step back a little. Now I'm thinking maybe she forgot her mask. Maybe she doesn't want to be too
close to people. Yeah.
So I'm hurrying, kind of trying to get my coffee.
Yeah.
And I get in line behind her. And then there's this young girl behind me. The two men that are checking out. So buckle in. The one guy is...
I'm buckled. I'm ready for this drive.
The one guy is checking out over here with Tom.
Yeah.
Leslie has this guy. And all I see are kitten paws. Okay? Now... I need you all. The reason why I waited to share this on the show is because I needed you to see the visual.
I'm so excited.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, the older lady, I say under my breath, is that a fucking cat?
Yeah, I would have said it too. Just under your breath, just to know if somebody behind you went, I think so.
Now, she's already done the recon. She knows what's up.
Yeah.
So she steps to her left, out of line, so I can see clearly what's going on. When she steps away, I want you to picture this.
I'm ready.
You don't have to. I'm showing you. He has the cat under its two arms, and the head is here, and the legs are just hanging.
Yeah.
Hanging. There's no leash. It's not one of these where the guy likes to take his cat out. He's kooky.
No different than people taking dogs out sometimes.
But
Cats a little
he
weird,
took the cat, no leash. This cat is free balling, under the arms, head dangling.
Yeah.
Now the cat is, picture two arms, and he's just chilling.
Yeah, this is his life, man. He's used to it.
But his owner is looking for a lot of change. The total, I think, came to $2.36. He needed 36 cents. So he is moving around, and the cat's legs are flailing everywhere. And we're all just pretending like we don't see this. So I say even louder. He's got cargo pants on, a lot of pockets. Is that a fucking cat? Look, I'm looking at the girl behind me. Like, I'm looking at Leslie, Tom, the guy who's sitting next to him.
Yeah.
Sitting next to him. No one's going to address this fucking cat? We're just all chilling about this cat? And he turns around. Thank God. Right where the hot dogs are, I had set my coffee down.
Yeah.
Because I never grabbed the holder.
No.
That's supposed to protect you. No. I like, because it doesn't fit my my
sorry, that was
car.
like a jerk off.
You're like, it's like you live a great life.
Yeah.
In your car holder, it always pops up, and then it pops the top off, and then coffee goes. So I like to play it fast and loose. I like to go, how many minutes can I hold this before my hands are scalding on fire?
Scorching. Yeah.
Okay. He turns around, looks me in. I've never met this. I've never met this man a day in my life.
Are you guys soulmates?
He turns around and goes, yeah, it's a cat. And I just caught the cat. What else am I supposed to do? Not fucking catch the cat? Everyone's like, I can't believe you caught the cat.
Land feet first.
I'm like, what do you mean you can't believe I caught a cat? What else was I supposed to do?
I would have caught the cat too.
If I would have done this, the cat would have scratched me. He threw the cat with pinpoint accuracy at me. Like he's done this before.
Sniper action.
So when I caught the cat,
yeah,
I'm holding the cat like this. Because, okay, I don't want to bum everybody out real quick, but I'm going to take a little left turn down depressing lane. I know somebody whose husband got cat scratch fever. He was at a dinner.
Yep.
He was at a dinner.
It does happen.
You actually know the person.
I think people think it's a song.
You know the person.
It's a fucking condition.
It really is. Mm-hmm. He was at a dinner. He was petting someone's cat. The cat scratched him or bit him, one of the two. Mm-hmm. He got an infection. It traveled to his heart. They put him in the hospital, and they could not save him. When he threw this cat at me, that's all my head was at.
Like, I'm about to die.
This is it,
It's
folks.
been a choice. Yep.
Here we are.
Yep.
It's the end of the game. So all I kept thinking was, don't let this cat scratch you. I cannot say enough how chill this cat was. His claws weren't even out. He was just like, I'm not going to scratch you, dude. And I was like, but I don't know you. And he was like, I know, this is a weird situation, but I'm not going to scratch you. And I was like, no, I believe you. But also, cats are highly unpredictable.
Yes.
And I don't know you.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep you out here.
Yeah.
So I'm looking around, and now both ladies have alienated me. They have deserted me. My previous partners are gone. I'm like, you guys. I said to him, I don't need the cat. I'm sorry. Maybe you mistook what I said. I don't want the cat.
I don't want it.
I don't want the cat. Yeah, like I was just simply asking, did you bring a cat inside of 7-Eleven? He goes, like it was just nothing. He goes, name's, I think he said Mikey. Cat's name is Mikey.
People are so weird.
And I said, okay. And he goes, he can open doors and flush toilets.
You guys have a dating profile. That's cute. Yeah.
It's like, okay. He puts up the last 3 pennies or whatever, turns around, walks towards me, because this lady's still out of the way. He grabs the cat.
Granny's gonna break a hip, Mama.
He grabs the hat, or the cat, and he turns around, he goes, super smart cat. Anyways, have a great day. Walks right out of 7-Eleven. When I tell you the girl behind me died laughing, Tom and Leslie lost their shit. Because when I got up to that fucking counter, I said, so this is it? First of all, Tom, fuck you. I've known you since we were kids.
Yeah.
Children. And you just let a stranger throw a fucking cat at me and you couldn't say a fucking word? He goes, I'm sorry. Do you walk around seeing cats being thrown at people? I didn't know what to do. Okay?
It was literally
I didn't know what to fucking do.
What do you do?
Okay? I didn't know. Did you know the cat? I had questions. Does this bitch know the cat? I've always known her to not be a cat person.
Yeah.
Does the bitch know him? I said, no, I don't fucking know him. And Leslie can't even make words. She's trying to check me out. She can't even get it together.
Yeah.
I was like, Leslie, you need to be more professional, okay? This whole establishment, I'm calling it up to question.
Yeah.
And Tom starts laughing. He's like, you knew what you were getting when you walked into a 7-Eleven. I said, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
So I want to tell everyone, I'm fine. I think I got some messages where I think people thought the man was trying to accost me with a cat, which would be a very strange thing to do. But he did not try to accost me with a cat. He really was like, this is the smartest cat ever. He's not going to give you cat scratch fever.
I feel like nothing's off boundaries, though, anymore. Like, nothing's off the table.
Not in 7-Eleven.
2021.
Not in 7-Eleven.
Any 7, no matter how nice that one is.
It doesn't matter.
We're talking about. It's a
any 7-Eleven, you open yourself up to a cat being thrown at you.
Yeah. I mean, how far did you think it could go down a rabbit hole to a cat being thrown at you? Like,
I mean, I know I haven't been on the world that long, but I really thought I had seen most of all the craziest things that could happen to me have happened. No. A cat, the only reason I posted that video, I'm not kidding, I drove down the street.
I think I said some fucked up shit.
I pulled over to the park, to the actual park services. Park. And I got out of my car.
Heck, did that just fucking happen?
To get the cat hair off of me. And to make sure it didn't have, because I didn't know if it had ticks or anything.
No, you don't know anything.
I didn't know anything. So I'm literally checking myself. Like, I'm not even trying to be bougie. I'm just saying. I don't know this fucking cat.
No,
the guy was clean. There's nothing wrong with the guy. But most people just don't walk around with cats.
Yeah, you were in shock.
I don't know. I was in shock. The whole thing was really bizarre.
Yeah.
So that's why I went on Instagram Live and I was just like.
So this happened.
A cat got thrown at me. Mm-hmm. And Bill did not believe me. He saw the Instagram. He was like, you're wild. I'm so glad I married you, but you are so wild. I was like, I am telling you 100% truths.
My therapist didn't hypnotize me, and I'm just out here saying that cats were thrown at me. Like,
well, I know what it sounds like. Like you're embellishing. Like, a cat got thrown at me. No. A cat got thrown. He threw the cat. I caught the cat. Dude, which I should have got points. I shouldn't have had to pay for my coffee because I caught the cat.
That was what I thought. Maybe you were going to get a free coffee. I mean,
I always
it's
get
like
free
a
coffee.
buck something. But still, principle, right? With the skill set, you and that guy should partner up with Mikey.
Take the show on the road.
Fucking Olympics.
Take the show on the road. Why didn't I make the Olympics?
How can you not catch a cat and not get the fuck scratched? That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a skill level
It's a skill.
that people should envy, honestly. People should have been writing you saying, I wish it was me.
People wrote me and said a barrage
People
of
are
things.
literally throwing their pussies at you.
Pussy left and right. Left and right. One person wrote to me and said, why didn't you just not catch the cat? I said, have you ever had a cat thrown at you? And they were like, touche.
Fast
Fuck
reflexes.
you.
Like, what are you supposed to do? It's a reflex.
Fuck you.
Fight or flight, man.
Fight or flight, bitch.
Yeah.
This bitch ain't getting cat scratch fever.
No.
I'm gonna get taken out one day, but I'll be damned if it's by a fucking cat.
If it's by a cat. Of
I'll be
all
damned.
Animals.
There's always these cautionary tales you hear about.
Yeah.
What did I learn from that woman's husband dying from a cat? If I can't catch a cat with pinpoint accuracy,
Yeah.
you're not catching me slipping with cat scratch fever. That's all I'm trying to say. You're not going to get
fully
me.
agree.
So yeah,
fully
my
agree.
week was good. It was, other than trying to convince everyone that I am not insane. I actually forgot to tell my therapist that story because I know she's going to be like, every week I go.
She's like, it's a fever dream.
Yeah. Every week she's like, so how's it going? And I'm like, oh, it's been a hell of a week. She goes, when don't you have a hell of a week? You have the most interesting life.
Dude,
I
it's
said, but
always a
nothing
hell
to
of a
show
week.
for it.
I have nothing to show for it either. My
Nothing
weeks
to
are
show
fucking
for it.
Wild. I was like, wow, so it's Saturday. That's cool. And we're already halfway through August. Oh, that's even better. School starts on Monday. I'm like, so where have I been?
I have to go into therapy next week.
Yeah.
And tell my therapist that I raged out so hard that I walked into and took almost off the tracks a Walmart door with my right tit.
Yeah. And then yelled at somebody for seeing it. For seeing it. The fact that someone even saw it, that's how fucking pissed off you were. And had the audacity to comment. You know what? Sexual harassment. They were talking about your tits. It's 2021. You can sue for anything.
And the most absurd part on my end is that,
Yeah.
like, my energy was so at 20, and their energy was just like, we're shopping because it's a store. And I love how I was like, you people are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Don't fucking look at me.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why I'm in therapy every week.
Yeah. But yeah.
Because I got to get things off my chest, and I didn't get enough off yesterday, apparently, because
Apparently.
when I tell you the whole track, I had to pull the door and move it back in. It's not even noon. It's not noon yet. Anywho,
I don't laugh.
did you have a good week?
Yeah, splendid.
And I want to say congratulations. One of the reasons why BZ has not been on the show is because, you were chasing that dream, baby.
Yeah.
And
still there,
I just
doing
am
it,
so happy
working
for you.
hard. Thank you.
are so great at your job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You really
Very
are.
much
It's been
Thank
so
you.
cool to be a friend from afar and watch your friend develop and into this
Yep.
cool thing.
Living my dream job, that's for sure. It's everything I went to school for.
I
It's
know.
everything that I've aspired to be. Outside of the anxiety portion, I think it induces for perfectionism.
Working in medical is one of those
Medical's
things
hard.
where
And medical got worse with COVID, obviously. But
thank you.
It got worse
Because
with COVID.
it's hard. AP is in a completely different field.
she is,
And I
yeah.
think it's hard for people. That's not I'm not saying a bad thing or a good thing,
No.
but it's just hard sometimes. I think for people to understand when you just didn't ever get that break, is you're gonna break.
And then we had COVID with elections. That's where it was like, that was just the shit.
That's
fest.
where it went left.
And that's where it went left.
That's
And then
where it went
It
left.
was like, fuck. And then you'd have to like brace yourself in your clinic for whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying like for who voted for who and what.
Doesn't matter.
It was just the fact that was out there.
All
That
of the time.
was occurring.
Correct.
That was happening all of the time, no matter who you support and what you support, and if you believe in conspiracy theories and that fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was out there, and it made it really hard on medical staff, and everybody was stressed out about being in a medical field, being open every day. And Alex and Black Mama and I are in both the same field of pain management.
Yes, we are.
And so
Yes, we are.
amongst a global pandemic, we still have an opioid epidemic that only significantly got worse. So I'm not here to do a fucking
Only got
PSA
significant.
and get on
No, it
some
really
fucking
did.
stool
I don't think people realize
about
it.
like, oh, this is the fucking narcotics, they're bad. It's just, it got worse because people's depression got worse. People can't leave home. You heard about it all the time on the news. How are people coping when this is something that they just couldn't do? Oh yeah, girl. I mean, we fucking ate.
The amount of
Yeah.
overdoses, the amount of, it's just,
Oh,
it's sad.
I thought you were talking about food.
Oh no, I meant like
Oh,
pills.
you were pills.
Oh, I
Sorry.
should have meant like this.
Maybe better.
Yeah.
No, I would have thought that was like catching donuts. So
No. You can catch donuts. The pills are up here.
Yeah,
Food's down here.
that's what it
food,
is.
This is food.
Okay,
This
got
is
it.
food.
Now I'm
this
on-
is pills. It's pills.
got our hand gestures down. Thank you fucking God.
People are not. People were just like coping the best they can, and I can understand that.
Yeah,
but
we have
also,
different
we were
coping
going through a
mechanisms.
weird election. Also, the world's on fire. Also, you can't go outside. Also, we have to wear masks. Also, the kids are going back a month early. Also, it's a lot.
It was a lot. And
It's a lot.
It's always been a lot. And you
This
have
is
to-
a lot.
Yeah, everything is a lot.
It's been a lot.
But it's, at the end of the day, it's still, and I think you'd agree with me, a very rewarding
Yes.
field to be in.
Yes.
Regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the people you encounter. I'm fortunate enough not to have to really interact with patients.
Oh,
but
you
I
lucky
still,
dog.
but
Well, you're
I
the
sti-
hammer, though.
But I'm the hammer, right, for these 2 clinics I run. And so I still have I have interactions with patients, but I'm really limited in that effect. But
Yes.
when it comes, but I still have to help my staff. And that was the biggest thing. It's trying to make sure they were still on an even keel.
Right.
And support them through the process, which takes a toll on me, but I can't sit here and be selfish because it took a toll on them as well.
It's a toll,
And it's
I
just
think,
been an
all the way
interesting
around.
Dynamic.
Yeah.
since
And it's hard
I
for you,
left.
though, because you're where the buck stops.
Yeah.
And so really, it really falls on you. And that can be extremely stressful. and you
Let
really
me
handled
tell
it
you.
well because...
Oh, yeah. I will tell you.
You really did handle it well because I had many
get
nights
some
I had to call
medical-
you
Yes.
and cry on the phone on the way home
absolutely.
and just be like, this is too fucking much.
It's too much.
And you really could have been like, dude, take your too much, times it by 12 because I'm running a practice.
Yeah.
And you were just like, get it
Yeah.
out.
Dude, I found the medical supplies. I went to dentist companies. I went to plastic surgeon companies.
Uh-huh.
The hand sanitizer that I thought was gel form was pure alcohol. Didn't give a fuck. Came from some beer thing in fucking Milwaukee.
You're like, cool.
Home of the booze, and I fucking straight found a way. I found a way, and I kept it safe, and that was rewarding in itself because
Yeah.
I was able to keep everybody that's under my umbrella safe, and that was important, and with the patient health as well. But can't provide patient care if I don't have support staff. So
I don't think people realize
what
if
goes
it's
into
outside
it?
of an ER setting, the amount of stress, it's still there.
Oh, it was there.
All of it was there.
Yeah, we just obviously weren't prepared, and I still don't think we are. So
No.
it's gonna get worse again, and it
Then
just
better,
does-
then worse. It's
and
just going to
that's-
be a part of our lives for a while. I went to the gynecologist yesterday, and I got a pap smear. We're going to talk about it next week.
Yes.
Actually, I don't know why I said pap smear. I went to the gynecologist. I mean, I did get a pap
Tell me
smear.
what else are you going to the
But
gyno
it was
for?
one of the fast. I don't know. It was a great experience, but it was weird. I don't know. We're going to talk about it.
talk about healthcare next
week. But this week
Let's talk about sex.
we're going to talk about sex.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to talk about SexLife. I have it keyed up, which is just not usual for me. But I really wanted to play the trailer for SexLife.
Yeah.
For any of you who have not seen SexLife, let's read. Let me see if I can do a little biopic because I really like SexLife. And we're going to kind of get into the characters and we're going to kind of get into...
Yeah.
Okay, so let's find... I just had the trailer up, but... you know. What is the gal's name that's on SexLife?
Sir cries a lot.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ, that bitch cries a lot. Okay, is this the trailer?
Man
Okay,
cries a
here's
lot.
the trailer, people. Here is the trailer for SexLife. Even the picture that they put on the outside where he's like in her neck, I'm just like, fuck. I remember being like 24. I get what she's saying.
I get what
it.
she's saying too.
I get it. I remember being like, I can never get fucked any better than this. It's not true, but in the moment, everything feels so great. Okay, we're going to get into it. All right, here we go.
Freedom. I haven't felt that way since.
Brad, the person who gives you security can't be the same person who gives you the thrill. Billy never even mentioned you.
Maybe there's a reason for that.
Oh, but
Unless
Unless
you think there's a world in which Brad could give you both.
I love my husband. I can't imagine my life without him.
oh, there's more crying.
Not sure that this is who I'm supposed to be. I'm questioning everything.
Okay.
She literally questioned nothing.
The sex
Nothing.
sucks.
Nothing.
The romance quotient is non-existent. I've been thinking about him.
Crying.
I keep a close
I'm not gonna lie, I would think about him too.
Next episode, when we talk about this a little bit more too, we're gonna need to take a shot for every time she cries. I'll call my husband to get me a ride.
And then one day, I've become this whole other person. I can't help wondering, where did that other girl go? But I can get that feeling again. Every time I close my eyes and go back to one of those nights, I feel it.
I have a theory.
She also has a shitty friend. We're gonna get into that too.
Oh, her friend.
It's a piece of shit.
Snip. Frenemy.
And what are you wearing, by the way? You're not 90.
That's what's wild.
We're gonna get into it.
That part of me I thought was over, but now
Crying.
it's screaming from inside.
And you thought that I wouldn't love you because of it.
That episode was frustrating.
I think you're enjoying this white.
When he broke the law for her, I was like, why again?
Yeah,
You have
but they
enough money
still
to.
didn't fuck.
I never had the wild
Yeah.
experiences you did.
You have enough money to rent an Airbnb.
That episode fucking was wild.
Oh yeah.
Tell me you never think about me.
And the fact that she did that when they were doing that, wild. It was good. And it didn't take too long to finish it. The kid wasn't home, so then I just stayed up while my husband slept. I did the other day.
Yeah.
Because I knew we were doing the pod.
Yeah.
Show him the episode 390 in like 19 minutes and like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And,
He was like, no, thank you.
well, he's a shower, not a grower. Like, it just flat out. Yeah, because he was like, what's this part that everybody's talking about? Because I told him, I was like, oh, I forgot to tell you. I was like, I thought it was a fake, and then...
No,
and then
it's definitely not a fake.
I found out it wasn't, and I was like,
Sarah's the main bitch, right?
main bitch.
Okay, here we go. I was just trying to get the Wikipedia page. Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine, I got it.
Okay, so the whole premise of this show is that this woman, Sarah, what's her name on the show?
Connolly. Sarah Connolly.
What is it? Sarah Connolly? Mm-hmm. So she is the main character. She's married. Mm-hmm. Not long, by the way. I think they've been married 6-7 years.
Not very long.
I could be wrong. It could be 9 years, but it wasn't a decade. I
was
remember it
not
not being
a
a decade.
decade.
It was either like 7 years or 9 years, but it was not a decade.
Correct.
They had one little boy, which, by the way, annoying. And always oddly sad. Like, happy, but also weird.
Yeah, but his mom was like going through
No, it's not his fault, but he seems a little, like, we should check in with him later. Not right now. I'm not going to dwell on him.
Postpartum depression.
You know what? She really does.
She does, dude. She just had a baby.
She just had a baby.
Her fucking nipples are like 18 inches long. I'm sorry. I'm not.
They were so long.
I'm not trying to be like anti-feminist about the breastises. I'm just
She
saying it was
also
a little,
had.
like,
They also end the show. Okay, so we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Okay, so the scene is set that she has this picturesque family
beautiful
in
home.
this beautiful home.
She
A
dresses
husband who
like
works very hard.
1890s nightgown.
I don't know what that nightgown was about.
I think it was to contribute to the fact that she has a boring sex life. I think that's what they were trying to say, is that she's turned into just like a mom at home, which there's nothing. Women who stay home
At all.
the time can be beautiful and have sex and have these great lives, but I think they were trying to emphasize that she wasn't into wearing the clothes like she was in all of her flashbacks, and that she wasn't that she's reserved now.
I mean, I get what they were trying to do, but it was fucking stupid. Okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna get into why some of this shit was so fucking stupid.
If I was wearing a muumuu, Mark would be like,
I'm not fucking you in a
Yeah,
muumuu.
no,
You
no.
remind me of my mom. This is
Muumuu
weird.
equals-
Okay.
no.
A muumuu equals momo. No mo. No mo. No mo dick for you.
Yep.
So she has 2 children.
Yeah.
He works a really hard job in that he is not golfing.
Nope.
He's not going on trips with the buddies.
Nope.
He is working from the moment he wakes up. He
Rise
walks in
and
the
grind.
house and he's like, you gotta get these deals closed. Okay, so he's got a lot going on. She is a nanny. A
Yes.
nanny that shows up every fucking day of the week.
Yes.
Except for Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
Okay? She does not work.
Chooses not to.
She chooses not to work.
She chooses not to.
She chooses not
has
to work.
her masters, not her doctorates.
She has chosen to not make
psychology,
any friends in her
ironically.
community. She's chosen to not keep any of the friends from her old past life except for this one girlfriend
Sasha.
that she calls all the time, which, by the way, Sasha's not that wild. Sasha's sad that Sasha can't settle down at this age, okay?
Yes, Sasha is not a good friend.
Sasha's not a great friend.
Good friends in those college years. That's the kind of friends you want, where you're like, let's swap boyfriends and let's do this shit.
Then you get older, And you're like, we're adults. There's consequences to actions. I'm a doctor. I'm a
and you're
professor.
like some world-renowned, and we get it. Let's just clear the air. We know these are fictional characters, so don't fucking come for it. But what I'm saying is, like, that this character is written on a thing that, like, I think they're gonna be like, well, successful women can't be like that. I'm like, successful women aren't like that.
They aren't like that at all, because you know why? They're doing what he's doing, which is they're too busy to be fucking around in fucking bars with 20-year-olds.
Exactly.
Okay? So this is your scene set.
Yes.
And then remember, this woman is educated. It's
Well.
not about the education for me. I don't care one way or another. But I want you to remember, she is educated, people.
Psychology.
In psychology.
Children's.
She starts a personal journal on her Mac, which, why do you have it? Because you have no business. You have no job. I'm not sure what you're doing on that Mac, but sure, let's make the mental leap.
She wants to write a journal. She doesn't want to do it old school where she hides it under the
Sure.
mattress.
Go ahead and
Like
buy a $3,000 computer to keep your journal in.
no password. She had done it in a written
This is
book,
all I'm saying.
and she put it under the mattress, honey, he don't change the sheets. He would have never gonna find it.
That's all I'm saying.
But you put no password.
You not
Even
only did you not
after
put a
he found it.
password, you
Yes.
put it in the kitchen
Open.
by the coffee, open. And by the way, the computer was not in the baby's room. I can see her being up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
with the baby feeding. She's journaling.
fucking journaling.
Just the baby fell asleep, doesn't want to move.
Helps her get her thoughts out.
Boom.
Intrusive thoughts.
You
gone.
put that badass baby to sleep. The baby's was a gift. The baby was so quiet at one point, I thought the baby had gotten kidnapped. I'm not kidding. That episode where she's with the stroller, I thought the
Yes.
baby had been kidnapped.
Yeah.
And that she was going to open that up and not realize the baby was in there.
Oh, I see what you're saying about that.
No,
episode.
because she was so hysterical that I thought she forgot to take the baby with her.
Yeah.
No. She is putting out this energy like she's this great mother. You're not a great mother. Let's start right there. You are not a great mother because you're not present. While you are with your children, you are nonstop thinking about your past. That is
It's not even
literally
thinking
all
about
you're
her
thinking
past.
about.
She's nonstop thinking about getting railed. Talk about going to see a fucking therapist, honey. You have a sex addiction.
She has options. She has things. Number one. Number two.
Yeah.
I never saw this bitch rub one out. Now, she rubs one out with her husband in the room. Okay, we're going to get there. So the
Watching
show
her best
starts out
friend.
with her kind of
Yeah.
narrating it and telling you about how
Yeah.
she had this different life and she had this really hot guy that she used to date, which, by the way, I think the reason why she's so caught up on, what is his name? It is...
Oh, Adam. Because remember they're bees.
Connor. No,
husband?
Brad.
Yeah.
She's so caught up on Brad that she cannot, in her mind, separate what happened. I believe because she really had never dated any really cool men before. She dated men who fucked her but didn't want to marry her. She wasn't the girl you marry. She was cute, but she wasn't a mom. And then she met Brad, and Brad was like, I have enough money that I can fuck anybody I want. When you have enough money to fuck whoever you want, literally, you can go, I have enough money. I want to fuck you. No, I'm not going to give her. I'm not saying women that they're sex workers. You're not going to give her. I'm saying you're so powerful with your money, seemingly, that women will fucking throw their pussies at you. Okay, at an alarming rate. When you have that kind of power, you ever notice men like that date the oddest women? You're like, what's with this shit? This bitch has no personality. She's wonky. She won't leave your side. She's like a puppy waiting for you to come home. And it's because they can control them. They can control them.
Yes.
They know that I'm the best you've ever gotten. I know you know I'm the best you've ever gotten. So we're going to continue to play this game where I use you and you run after me like a puppy dog. You're feeling something I need and I'm feeling something that you need.
Yes.
Money and status.
Yeah.
That is all that relationship was.
Yes.
That is it. When it became more complicated,
Because I never felt love.
never felt love.
I never felt, because like when she's doing the thing with her husband, not like sex, I'm not saying that, like, but when she's playing that role with her
Yes.
husband, with like the house and the husband, the wife, the mom, the dad, like there's a love.
You can see the love.
You can see it and you can feel it, especially because of how well Mike Vogel played his character.
Correct.
But when it's, and I think that's intentional, but when it's just, that's what it is it's just truly sex.
And I
There's
wouldn't even
no
say it's sex.
love
I
there.
think it's power.
Power. Yeah.
I think he gave her something she never fucking had seen. Homeboy, her
I've never seen
husband,
anything that
he's
big
given
either.
her what any guy could have given her. right? Any guy could have given her a home. Any guy can give you being a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
If you meet the right man.
Yeah.
What Brad gave her was something she'd never had. Ooh, he had his guitars and his drum set up in the living room. None of his house had any baby proofing. He never spoke of any babies. He fucked you in his pool. Your husband's not doing that because he's a regular fucking person with a regular fucking life.
Yeah, it's
no
not a
one's
fantasy.
fucking in a pool. It's a fantasy.
Yeah.
But this dude has so much money that he lives just like celebrities we see, right?
Mm-hmm.
They live a very unconnected life. We'll never know what that life is like because they do weird shit. They don't even know what going to the... I remember Oprah once said she hadn't gone to the grocery store in like 22 years or something. Well, why would she?
Why?
Why would Oprah be like, you know what I saw at Wenco the other day?
Yeah.
That's not what Oprah... So it all checks out.
It does.
But stop selling this like you were madly in love. You were obsessed with a guy...
It is obsession.
...who you were more obsessed
Fully.
with him than he was obsessed with you. And then
Yes.
as he aged and realized he was still a loser who nobody wanted, he thought,
knew you
I'm
would-
going to check back in with the one bitch who was obsessed with me.
Agreed.
Who I just saw looking like a hot mess on the street. She clearly wants this dick. Because he never reached
Yeah.
out to her a day in his life before that day.
No.
But when he saw how... Okay. So we fast forward. She
When
writes
he
in this journal...
saw her reaction to him
Correct.
fucking somebody else, and he is her obsession, and she owns him in a very creepy-ish way. That's when he was like,
That was the validation he needed.
cash my ticket.
He was like, I'm gonna go ahead and cash that
Hit that
ticket in. I'm
fucking
gonna go ahead and
lottery.
can you punch that ticket?
Yeah,
You're still
punch it,
valet?
baby.
Yeah.
Punch it.
So when it starts, she's seemingly telling you about this beautiful life that she has. And then she starts to really quickly, I mean, that's for 2 minutes she touches on that.
Yeah.
Then for me at least. And then for really quickly, she starts to walk you through her daily occurrences. What she does with the babies, what she does with the baby boy, what she does. I mean, she could have
Like
chosen to
what?
work part-time. She doesn't do any of that.
She doesn't do
She
anything.
doesn't do anything. She starts to walk you how her and her husband, their sex life, their day-to-day. It shows him coming home tired. It shows him working at his job, single-minded. He's not fucking around with other women. He's on to just her. It shows her when he's in the middle. I hate when people do this. He's in the middle of watching something. He clearly works hard all day. He just wanted to watch this fucking game. Okay?
Oh, and then she just had to have it.
She's like, well, I want to fuck. And he's like, okay, well, okay, I can try to get in the mood, but I'm like trying to watch this movie.
There's always, I know that like spontaneity is great in a relationship.
Sure.
But there's always a dial turn with it, right? You're always just like, whether it be like, hey, you know, I can't wait to see what you look like with your haircut tonight. Like, that's
Right.
obviously a sign that I like the way you look, and it makes me excited to see you.
Right.
Right? Like, it's just like, especially when you're in a marriage, it's things like that. It's not, spontaneity occurs in one night stands and just fucking whoever. In your marriage, spontaneity is just, and you have children and they're young and she's still breastfeeding and she's still doing all these things. And she's home alone a lot outside because, you know, most people don't have best friendships with their fucking nannies. So she's really an alone person because she doesn't have a very good friend. And then she clearly didn't make any other friends. And all the moms think she's a fucking tool bag. They're
not wrong.
You can't sit here and expect that when you come out in a Casper looking fucking nightgown, like from the 1820s, and are like, I'm gonna fucking rock your soul, like, to wear purgatory. Like, you look like a fucking ghost.
First of all, where's your pussy?
Look, where
I gotta get through 19 sheets of fabric to find your vagina. And she's
Yeah.
a little woman.
Yes.
She's not some big woman. So it's
Exactly.
we gotta really get in those,
Yeah.
all those ruffles and shit to get to your
Yes,
vagina. Where did you order that?
Where did you even get it?
Where did you get it?
And I'm watching a football game,
It's not even accessible for
or
breastfeeding.
whatever game he was watching. I can't remember what he was watching on TV.
He was
but-
watching football.
but He was watching football, right?
I think he was watching football. And he kept saying, or it was soccer, and he kept saying, I please, it's been the longest day, please just let me just finish watching. He said it
And they're trying to like.
numerous times.
What's funny is they're normalizing a man saying, I'm just not in the mood."
Right.
But then they took it and twisted it to where he is just not fucking his wife.
Not
which
fulfilling
I didn't-
her.
Not fulfilling her. Which is wild to me because we as women can be like, hey, listen, I know I as a wife, say, oh, I led you on today, but
Right.
like, babe, I'm just not feeling it. Husband wouldn't even think twice.
At all.
He'd be like, no problem. Because, like, obviously we're married for life and we'll just do it another time. But you could sit here and create that, but, like, he is normalizing not being in the mood, and somehow that equates to her being allowed to go have an affair.
Well, she
Which was wild
masturbated
to her friend fucking him.
So remember, if you remember, they're laying in bed. She tries to
that's right.
seduce him.
That's right, yeah.
It's not working out. He gets on top of her, and she's annoyed. Fresh annoyed, which is what every man loves when he's fucking you. He loves when his wife's annoyed. When he's fucking you, he's like, this is what gets my dick hard. You're annoyed? Yeah, let me fuck you harder.
Yeah.
Let me fuck the annoyance out of you.
Yeah.
That's never worked, okay? Ever worked. If anything, my vagina gets tighter. It's all, get out of here!
Yeah, like,
I don't want you near me!
I don't want anything
I
to
don't
do
want
with
anything
you.
at all. Like your vagina's just angry with you. It's like, no,
Yes.
she said no, I said no.
Yes.
So then she starts to rub one out.
Yes.
She tells him to hand her vibrator, which for some reason is on his side of the bed. Which tells me if your vibrator is on his side of the bed, then that tells me at some point you guys were fucking enough that you used a vibrator. Or that you don't give a fuck, which is strange because I'm a woman and I know that's not true.
Yeah.
So you told him to hand you the vibrator.
Yeah.
He hands you the vibrator. Now, it's not his fault you don't keep up on your batteries. And by the way, it's 2021.
That's right, the battery's dying.
Keep your vibrator should be plugged into a USB port like everybody else's fucking
nobody needs
vibrators,
battery
okay?
acid, baby.
My shit looks like Christmas by my bed. You turn off the lights, it's a whole fucking light show. You're like, where are those lights coming from? Is there an alien in here? No. I got a whole set of vibrators back there. They all do different shit. Some of it's for us, some of it's for me. Don't worry about it,
None of your
okay?
business.
None of your business.
Yep.
When we're in a good mood, sometimes I go down and what do we got going on down here?
Absolutely.
She then starts to use the vibrator, is annoyed while she's vibing in front of him while he's watching this soccer game that he's not like
Trying to
helping out.
Yeah.
And then, which by the way, why are they're reversing the rules like a woman needs to be in the mood to masturbate? No, we don't.
No, you don't.
I can rub one out in my car if I wanted to. I could run. Sometimes if I'm going to leave the house and Bill and I are going to go to dinner, sometimes I want to look like dewy. So I'll just like run in the bathroom real quick, rub one out, come out of the bathroom. He's like, you look, do you think he's going to want to hear? No. Because he'd be like, why didn't we fuck? And I'm going to go, because it's a long story. I just did my hair and makeup and I don't want a whole thing. And I just wanted to look dewy and feel calm. And that's what does that. It's that really fucking quick, dude.
Yeah.
Women aren't like men. Men are visual. They need a whole like fucking look at the phone. And we don't need
There's
that.
a build up for it.
Why would I have never once out of a sexual experience with my husband masturbated in front of him and he's just watching the game. I'm just like, hold on. By the way, you're a piece of shit. Fucking what? Fucking what?
Yeah, and then get mad because it died.
Yeah, she's like, you piece of shit. You can't even keep AA batteries in this you fucking loser.
Right?
And I'm like, how is he not turning to this bitch and being like, hey, you fucking cunt.
Yeah.
I gave you all this shit. That vibrator, you wouldn't even have that vibrator if I didn't go to fucking work every day. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck me, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
How about me and my dick go in the other room? How about we
Yes.
go downstairs to my 80-inch TV that I fucking bought?
Yes.
And I can rub my dick out slowly over a course of time, depending on if my team wins or not. I know how men work.
Yeah.
What are you
What's
fucking
gonna put
doing?
me in
So
a
you're
good
acting
mood?
like everything's his fault.
Yes.
They
She
wake up
does.
the next morning. He apologizes a million times. He made him feel like a piece of shit. She goes into the nursery, rubs one out with her baby in her hand
Yep.
while thinking about another man. If that doesn't scream you are a piece of shit
I don't know what will.
and you're the problem, I don't know what was.
What was?
I don't know what will and what was.
Yeah.
What is going on in this house?
What is will?
What is Will?
What is was?
Will was
What
where?
was?
What's happening?
What is happening?
Because I've known a lot of moms, and I've never had one of my moms go, I haven't slept in 5 days. You know what I want to do? Fuck. He didn't fuck me, so you know what I did?
I grabbed the baby, started breastfeeding, and rubbed one off while thinking about my ex-boyfriend.
No, most of my girlfriends are like, dude, I fell asleep with the baby hands. I thought 2 seconds I killed this kid.
Yeah.
I woke up.
My tits suffocated and
Oh,
I'm
he's awake.
breastfeeding.
He's asleep. He's alive. He's alive. He's alive. Okay.
I went like 3 days without brushing my teeth when Miles was first born because you're just so
Tired.
utterly tired and sleep deprived no matter how much you try to sleep when baby sleeps. And I'm not a napper, so that wasn't something that was like I well accustomed to for me, and nothing that I could acquire to do. And I just remember being like, I haven't brushed my teeth, and I took showers.
You don't even know what day it is.
I didn't know what day it was.
You don't
And
even know what day it is.
Yeah, and you're not like, and I know the baby's like 6 months old, so obviously their sex life could be active and things like that, but it's like, you're moping around.
She was like a little kid.
It's entitlement for me.
Yes, she was like a little kid who didn't get what she wanted right then and there, so she took her ball and she went home. The next morning, set the scene, she's written on this computer, because she puts the baby away at some point.
Yeah.
Goes down to the kitchen. Is that still recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Goes down to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Middle of the night, and it's getting all our feelings out, which I am all for.
Yes.
There are certain things I need to get out of my mind. And we've talked about on the podcast. I put those notes in my phone, and I password lock them in my notes for just me. Because I do not believe when you get married that you should have to give up all of your... It's not like everything we got to fucking share. There are thoughts and feelings I have on my own that I don't necessarily want to share with you.
Absolutely.
She does this, passive-aggressively leaves it out. The next morning, he wakes up and he apologizes immediately. He's like, I am sorry about last night. I was tired. I really wanted to see that game.
Like,
it's not that I'm not attracted to you.
Or something.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm sorry. He gets in the shower, and at that point, you can see his body is banging.
Yeah.
Banging body.
Dude, Mike Vogel's been sexy since Grind. And that is a skateboarding movie for all you fucking non-knowers.
I love that you remembered that movie, Grind.
How
Who
do you
remembers
not
Grind?
remember Grind? And So Red, the song and shit like that. Dude, I fucking loved that movie.
The way your eyes shut
over.
in such a, like, oh, the memories. He, looking at him, because let me tell you something. If you want to fuck your husband, if you want your husband to fuck you, and he's got a body like that, the next time he comes home, put those fucking kids, take him wherever, watch him walk in, you're naked on your knees, and you're like, just under your pants.
Immediately.
Your husband will fuck you.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
But
She's got a slamming body.
like, he can't see her in the mirror because she's a ghost because of her fucking
She's
movement.
like, what?
I'm sorry. The fucking
Well, she's
nightgown's
constantly
just
haunting
gonna-
him. She's constantly haunting him. She's like, ooh, I want some dick. And he's like, I played this game before.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Because what
This
ends up
is a
happening
fucking
is,
scary movie too.
yeah, you put your taffeta fucking drapery over my dick. I can't
Yeah.
see any of your body, and you want me to bang you out? Like, I
It's
still
not
need some
sexy.
visuals.
It's not sexy.
It's not, and I'm not putting it all on her. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
I'm saying you're blaming him for your feelings.
Yes.
When you are also not trying.
Yeah.
You are not trying
Yeah.
at all.
And there's no such thing as like, well, women shouldn't have to try. I'm like, then
Negative.
why should he?
Negative.
Why should he? Because you're gonna
keep
get
that
those-
vagina snatched up. If you want to get fucked, you tell him by showing him what's up. You know what I did for just sometimes I just walk. I love walking around naked anyways.
Yeah.
But like I have to be careful in the morning because Bill can't take it. Like he just can't. He can't take all the nudity. He just can't take it. He's like, Jesus Christ, I gotta go to work. Can you
Yeah.
put some fucking clothes on?
Yeah.
It's a lot. You're bending over. You're doing your hair. You're dancing.
Yeah.
That's a lot for me.
Yeah.
My dick is only human. It's not metal.
No.
I'm just a human being.
And
Okay.
it's just gonna do what it's gonna do.
I want to do that for my husband, and he looks nothing like her husband. Okay, he has a 12, a 15 pack. He had abs coming out of his back.
Yes, he
okay,
did.
he was a very nice looking gentleman. He took
Yes.
care of himself, so it's not like you're getting this sense that like he doesn't take care of himself. He's neglectful. No, he's trying to split his ways all he can, but he works a lot. I think they reference one. They live a little bit further from where he works from downtown.
Suburbs. Yeah.
From the
she's not a-
suburbs.
She was a city girl that went to the
Yeah,
suburbs.
which by the way, the suburbs was like
Classic
an hour
Hollywood
away.
story.
Calm down, okay?
Calm down.
You act like you were like Sex in the City. You were Carrie Bradshaw. You were no Carrie
yeah,
Bradshaw.
they put you in a fucking cabin.
You were no Carrie
In the
Bradshaw.
Midwest.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because by the way, in the entire show, they never showed us what her apartment looked like when she was single.
She shared it. Yeah, they did.
I don't remember ever seeing
They
it.
shared her and Sasha.
No,
That was
her on her own.
She was never on her own. Her and Sasha were
Exactly.
just- oh.
So you were always with somebody.
Codependency.
It's not like you were Carrie Bradshaw living in your little bungalow in the city and
Yeah.
you were like smoking cigarettes and
Out the
drinking
window
tequila slowly out of a shot glass, looking out the window, thinking about life like Carrie did. Carrie did it.
Carrie did
okay?
do it.
Carrie
Carrie set the
didn't
bar.
need her girlfriends, but she loved her girlfriends. There was a difference.
Touche.
Okay?
She didn't need
There
them,
was
she
a big
loved
she didn't
them.
need a bitch.
That's true.
But she loved her bitches.
Yes, she did.
Okay?
Yeah.
There's a big difference. She's never been alone.
She started off with being independent.
She was independent.
Yes.
She made that very clear too. She could say, I love you as a friend. You may not get where I'm coming from, but I'm going to do what I want.
Yep.
That is not her.
No,
Okay?
it's severe codependency.
So
issues.
then you see her be this normal housewife one
Yeah.
day. He goes to leaves for work. She is obsessed. She is writing pages like she is trying to finish a book and a deadline.
Yes.
She is writing. Her fingers are moving so fast
Yes.
and with such fury. that she's actually, you are watching a person have a mental breakdown. This should have been called Sex Life Mental Illness.
I mean, there's a title I wouldn't want to watch more, and mental illness.
She's like, I don't understand. I can't stop thinking about it. And by the way, they only showed like 8 scenes, and they kept playing those 8 scenes over and over again. It sounds like you guys only fucked really well 8 times.
Yes. Yes.
So then she sets this scene where she's like, I was in love with this guy, and these are all the reasons why. And she shows you all the immediate reasons why you would find him attractive.
Absolutely.
And you're like, I get it, bitch. You don't need to keep selling the story. We get it. He's British. He's got a big fucking dick.
He's
okay?
Australian.
He's got $1 million.
He's Australian.
Is he Australian?
He's Australian.
I never can tell. I'm like, I don't care. Because he's so hot, I didn't even care what he was saying.
He comes from down under.
Do you ever meet a man when you were single? And I don't even know what you're talking about. Can you just fuck me? I don't even care what's going on. Let's just meet in the middle. You're so fucking hot.
Yeah.
That I just need this experience to happen. I'm never going to call you. This isn't going to be a thing.
No.
You're not going to be my husband. But Jesus Christ, look what God can do with some cells.
Do you know what my favorite
and
part
nuclei.
was? Is that like it's that fucking pink jacket.
Oh, that hideous pink fucking
jacket.
And
let me tell you, I own like 4 leather jackets, and I own like 3 jean jackets. That's the one thing that has increased in my closet are my jean jackets. I fucking love my Levi jackets. Anywho, she just is like, I found this from Sasha on a rack, and it's the jacket. It's like her genie in the bottle.
First of all, it didn't fit you. The lapels were way too large.
It was huge.
The lapels were way too large.
Yeah, it didn't go. It's a color that does not go with everything.
Your style's awful.
Awful.
You've never dressed one time where I thought, wow,
and
killing
she's like
it.
36.
I am older than her.
Tense. Yeah, she's like 36 in the present tense. And she looked 36 in the past tense.
That's it. They were like, so you're just going to keep playing the same character? She's like, absolutely.
It just didn't. The transitions were hard because it was like she was fantasizing and putting her current self back in that day, and it just didn't resonate well for me.
It never made sense.
Like, it's not like, okay, so like Men in Black 3. Bomb movie, Tommy Lee Jones, Will Smith.
Right.
Will Smith doesn't have to go back in time and look at different age because he's going back in time as himself.
Right.
But he goes back in time to Tommy Lee Jones. It's not like Tommy Lee Jones went back and he didn't look like he did with Josh Brolin playing him. Like, that's what I'm saying, is like there was no... Her hair was the same.
Everything was the
same, and it's like she'd never changed.
Everything was the same.
It bothered me. I was like, you look your age back then.
Everything looked the same, and I will tell you, okay, so...
And I'm not saying I'm a fucking peach from when I was 18, but I look like I aged. That's fair.
Okay, so the first episode is called The Wives Are in Connecticut. Okay?
Yes.
And they're basically saying that, like, all the wives live in Connecticut, but all the whores live in New York. Right? That's what they're saying.
That's like one of my favorite parts is when he like tracks her on that fucking app like multiple times.
Why are you tracking this bitch?
I was like, what is happening? And then they show it. It looks like a fucking Mario Kart level up. Like she's going through the fucking all the fucking blocks of the city.
She's like,
she fucking gets to the grand prize, the Holy Grail, and she doesn't get killed by a fucking mushroom. I don't know.
So we're gonna go over, and like I